Good day to all my P.2 students. Welcome back again to our video clip presentation for today because Teacher JV is going to teach you a new topic. Now, hopefully that you will enjoy this video clip. So let's go. So welcome to Teacher JV's class for today. Before we proceed with our new topic, let's review first the lesson that we had last meeting. So I only have two pictures for you to be able to remember our lesson last meeting. Here we go. So last meeting, we discussed about he and she. Okay, we emphasize the singularity of he and she. And like for example, this one, in this picture, we used our learning vocabularies here. Now, here we go. Since that this one is a girl and she's only one, then we use she. Everybody say she. Perfect. And then the question that we applied was, can she? Can she blank? So what will be the vocabulary that would complete the sentence? Dance. Now, can she dance? Well, the answer is yes, she can. Yes, she can. So, everybody, let's say it slowly. Can she dance? Perfect. Yes, she can. Very good. Now, I want you guys to say it by yourself. Okay, let's begin here. Very good. Let's proceed with our second example for our review. All right. How about this one? So we only tackled he or she. The first picture talks about she. Now in here, we are going to emphasize he, only one female, only one boy. So we say that this boy is he. Now, the question will be, can he? So what will be the vocabulary that we could apply so we could complete the sentence or the question? Paint. Perfect. So the question will be, can he paint? Do you think he can paint? So as what you can observe here, the painting of this boy is quite messy. So we can conclude that no, he can't paint. No, he can't. All right, so let's read it slowly. Everybody, can he paint? No, he can't. Perfect. Now I want you guys to read it properly by your own. Let's start here. Very good. And so we are going to proceed now with our next topic, by which Teacher JV is going to explain to you that when we are talking about the boy, then we say he. If we are talking about the girl, then we say she. However, what if we are going to talk about more than one already? Let's say 2, 3, 4, or many people. Then we can use they. All right? If only one boy, we say he. If only one girl, we say she. If they are many, like the mixed one, the boy and the girl go together, then we are going to use they. Everybody say they. Again, they. Perfect. Now, how are we going to use they in a sentence? So, this will be the example. So, like for example, this one. How many people or how many kids do you see in the picture? Perfect. 2 kids. So, we have one boy and one girl. So, they are 2. Now, in this picture, we can apply our they by having this question. What can they do? As what you can observe, Teacher JV applies they because we have 2 kids. Okay, we have 2 kids on where? On the, what is this again? Pony. So, the question is, what can they do? So, what will be the answer? Well, as what we can, if you could still remember, when Teacher JV asked you, what can he do? We started the sentence in the word he can, she can. So same thing here. When we are using they, our sentence in answering also will be started in the they word. So as what you observe, they. If we are going to use what can he do, then our sentence will be he can do, he can play, he can. Correct? All right. So now the question, what can they do? What do you think? Well, they can ride a pony. Very good. So, now let's read it slowly. Everybody, let's begin here. What can they do? They can ride a pony. Very good. Now I want you guys to read it by yourself. Let's begin here. Perfect. Let's proceed with our next picture. All right, now in here, how many people do you see? So we can see 3 of them, 2 boys and 1 girl. 1, 2, 3. So 2 boys and 1 girl. Now the question will be, what can they do? Did you still remember our learning vocabularies? Well, if you could still, then the answer will be they can. Very good. They can do a magic trick. All right, now let's read it slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can do a magic trick. Very good. Now I want you guys to read it by yourself. Let's begin here. Very good. So now let's proceed with our next picture. So our next picture is this one. Did you still remember this kind of game? Well, let me ask you first. How many kids do you see? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many kids do you see? Okay, there are 4 kids. 2 girls and 2 boys. So 4 of them. Now, the question will be, what can they do? What do you think? Well, the answer will be, they can, perfect, play hopscotch. Everybody, they can play hopscotch. Very good. Now let's read it very slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can play hopscotch. Very good. Now I want you guys to read it by yourself. Let's start here. Very good. Now let's move on to our next picture. All right, how about this one? What do you think are they doing? Well, let me ask you this one first. How many kids do you see? Very good. There are 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. Now, the question will be, what can they do? What do you think? What can they do? Well, the answer will be, they can jump rope. Very good. Everybody, they can jump rope. Perfect. Now let's read it slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can jump rope. Now I want you guys to read it properly by yourself. Let's begin here. Very good. Now, let's proceed with our next picture. Now, how many kids do you see? 2. So we have the girl and the boy. So since the two of them, what we're going to use? Perfect. They. So the question will be, what can they do? What can they do? Well, the answer will be, they can. Very good. They can paint. Everybody, what can they do? They can paint. Perfect. Now, let's read this one slowly. What can they do? They can paint. I want you guys to read it properly by yourself. Let's begin here. Very good. Now let's proceed with our next picture. All right. So how about this picture? How many kids do you see? Wow, 4 of them. And what do you think they're doing? Perfect. They're swimming in the pool. Now, the question will be, what can they do? What can they do? Well, what will be the answer? Perfect. They can swim. Everybody, what can they do? They can swim. Now, let's read it slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can swim. Perfect. Now I want you guys to read it properly by yourself. Let's start here. Very good. Now, let's proceed with our next picture. How about this picture? How many kids do you see? Very good. 2 kids. And what do you think are they doing? Well, let's begin the conversation by asking you this question. What can they do? Well, the answer will be, they can. Very good. They can run. Let me ask you again. What can they do? They can run. Very good. Let's read this one slowly. What can they do? They can run. I want you guys to read it properly by yourself. Begin here. Very good. Now let's move on with our next picture. So our next picture will be this one. How many kids do you see? Perfect. 3 kids. And what do you think are they doing? Well, we will find out by asking you this question. What can they do? What will be the answer? What can they do? Perfect. They can sing. All right. Again, what can they do? Perfect. They can sing. Now, let's read this one slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can sing. All right. Now, I want you guys to read it by yourself. Very good. Now let's move on to our last picture. So our last picture will be this one. How many kids do you see? All right, 2 kids, the girl and the boy. What can they do? Well, the answer will be, what do you think? They can. Perfect. They can color. Now, everybody, what can they do? What will be the answer? They. Perfect. Now, let's read this one and let's say it slowly. Let's begin here. What can they do? They can color. Perfect. Now I want you guys to read it by yourself. Begin here. Very good. And now, this will be the end of the slides of Teacher JV. So thank you very much for listening and for having your precious time in watching Teacher JV's video clip presentation for today. This will be the end of the video clip presentation of Teacher JV. I hope that you've learned something from today's lesson, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. So, see you again for our next video clip presentation. Bye-bye!